Have you ever wondered how the first humans managed to communicate complex ideas long before the invention of alphabets and written scripts? Welcome to a journey back in time, a voyage to the dawn of human expression. Picture a world where there are no letters, no alphabets, no written words. How would you express your thoughts, your feelings, your knowledge? How would you communicate with others or leave a record for the generations to come? This was the challenge our ancestors faced, and they found ingenious solutions, giving birth to the early writing systems. These were not merely symbols etched on stone or clay, but the first steps towards a structured mode of communication, a way for our ancestors to transcend the barriers of time and space, to express their thoughts, their culture, their laws, and their beliefs. These early writing systems were as diverse as the civilizations that created them, from the intricate hieroglyphs of ancient Egypt to the cuneiform script of Sumeria, from the mysterious symbols of the Indus Valley to the oracle bone script of ancient China. Each of them was unique, reflecting the culture, the environment, and the needs of the people who developed them. But why are these early writing systems so crucial? They were the building blocks of human civilization. They enabled us to keep records, to pass down knowledge, to create laws, to conduct trade, and to express complex ideas. They formed the foundation of literature, science, and philosophy. They were the tools that allowed us to build the world we live in today. These early scripts were not static. They evolved over time, adapting to the changing needs of their users. They became more efficient, more expressive, more sophisticated. They were the stepping stones leading us towards the alphabets and scripts we use today. So, the next time you write a letter, send a text, or read a book, remember that you are part of a grand tradition, a legacy that dates back thousands of years to the very dawn of human expression. The early writing systems were the stepping stones to the modern scripts we use today. The need for communication and record-keeping led to the birth of the first writing systems. This is a milestone in human history that changed the course of our civilization. Among the earliest known writing systems, the Sumerian cuneiform and Egyptian hieroglyphs stand out as the pioneers. The Sumerians, an ancient civilization that thrived in the region known today as southern Iraq, developed a writing system called cuneiform around 4,000 years before Christ. Cuneiform, which means wedge-shaped, was initially a pictographic system. The Sumerians used sharp reeds to imprint symbols onto soft clay tablets. Each symbol, or pictogram, represented an object or a concept, such as a sheep or a star. However, as the need for more complex communication grew, this system evolved. The pictograms became simplified and began representing sounds, enabling the Sumerians to express more abstract ideas. Around the same time, another form of writing was taking shape along the banks of the Nile. The ancient Egyptians developed a system known as hieroglyphs, which were intricately detailed pictograms. These symbols, much like the Sumerian cuneiform, initially represented objects and concepts. But the Egyptians took it a step further. They introduced ideograms, symbols that represent ideas or concepts, and phonograms, symbols that represent sounds. This allowed for a more nuanced expression of language, and the hieroglyphs became a sophisticated system that could convey complex ideas, stories, and even poetry. These early writing systems were not just about record-keeping or communication. They were the first steps towards defining human thought, allowing us to share ideas, create narratives, and express emotions. They were the tools that helped shape our societies, our cultures, and our identities. And though they may seem primitive compared to our modern alphabets, they were monumental achievements in their time. These early writing systems laid the groundwork for the development of alphabets and scripts. They were the stepping stones that led us to the myriad of languages and scripts that we see in the world today. They were the spark that ignited the flame of human expression, a flame that continues to burn brightly to this day. The leap from pictograms to alphabets was a significant milestone in the evolution of writing systems. This transformative leap didn't happen overnight, but rather came about through a series of gradual shifts and innovations over thousands of years. Initially, early humans used pictograms, which are simple drawings that represent objects or ideas. This was a remarkably intuitive system, but it had its limitations. For one, pictograms couldn't easily convey abstract concepts or nuances of language. They were also time-consuming to create and required artistic skill to be understood correctly. Enter the Phoenician alphabet, a revolutionary system that moved away from pictorial representation and towards phonetic symbols. The Phoenicians, a seafaring people from the Eastern Mediterranean, needed a more efficient way to record their commercial transactions and communicate across their vast trading network. Their solution? An alphabet. Instead of drawing an entire object or idea, they began to use symbols to represent sounds. This simple yet ingenious innovation fundamentally changed the game. Suddenly, with just a few dozen letters, they could express an almost infinite range of words and ideas. This system was far more efficient and adaptable than pictograms, and because it was based on sounds rather than visuals, it could be learned and used by many more people, regardless of their artistic talent. The impact of this shift was monumental. The Phoenician alphabet, with its 22 letters, became the foundation for many modern alphabets, including Greek and Latin. It allowed for the recording of history, the spread of ideas, and the development of complex societies. But perhaps most importantly, the alphabet democratized writing. It made the power of written communication accessible to a much broader segment of society. This laid the groundwork for everything from the spread of literacy to the rise of libraries, to the invention of the printing press, and eventually the digital revolution we're experiencing today. The evolution from pictograms to alphabets opened up new possibilities for human communication. It's hard to overstate just how much this shift has shaped the world we live in. It's a testament to the power of innovation and the endless potential of the written word. Early writing systems have left an enduring legacy that continues to influence modern scripts. These ancient forms of communication were the building blocks of our current languages, shaping the way we express ourselves and share ideas. Let's take a closer look at the Sumerian cuneiform and Egyptian hieroglyphs. These writing systems, developed thousands of years ago, laid the groundwork for the scripts we use today. Cuneiform, with its wedge-shaped characters, paved the way for the Phoenician alphabet, which in turn influenced the Greek and Latin alphabets. Hieroglyphs, with their combination of logographic and alphabetic elements, set the stage for the development of other complex writing systems, including Chinese characters. Beyond the direct impact on language, these early writing systems had profound effects on culture and civilization. They enabled the recording of history, the formulation of laws, and the creation of literature. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known works of literature, was written in cuneiform, while hieroglyphs adorned the walls of Egyptian tombs, telling stories of pharaohs and gods. Moreover, these early writing systems played a crucial role in the development of scientific thought and mathematical understanding. The Babylonians, using cuneiform, were able to record astronomical observations, while the Egyptians, with their hieroglyphs, developed a system of mathematics that contributed to their monumental architectural achievements. In essence, these early writing systems were more than just means of communication. They were tools for shaping and advancing societies, reflecting the human desire to understand the world and leave a mark on it. They were instruments of power, knowledge, and creativity, embodying the collective wisdom of ancient civilizations. The mysteries of early writing systems remind us of our shared human heritage and the power of communication. They stand as silent witnesses to our past, echoing the voices of those who lived thousands of years ago and continue to inspire us as we carve our own stories into